Alright guys, this is Snoopy5864, and just as promised, today I'll be reading this book I wrote called Escape from the Killer Volcano. It is a choose-your-own-adventure book, and is completely handwritten and hand-drawn. It took me 10 days to complete. Alright guys, and let's see. The reason this book is completely handwritten and hand-drawn is because I thought it would be a bit more special that way. I put a lot of effort into this. Although I believe the next installment to the series will be typed. Although it may have a hand-drawn cover. But anyways, Escape from the Killer Volcano. Alright guys. So before we get started on the prologue, let me read this excerpt from the About Me section. First of all, this book was dedicated to my sister, Morgan. Alright, about me. I am Sammy Harbers. Well, actually, that's my author's name. I am currently 15 years old, and I love creative writing. I also enjoy drawing, playing video games, exploring the outdoors, making videos, and photoshopping. I am also a dog lover, even though I'm also a fan of cats as well. I love cartoons and jazz music as well. I dream of becoming a video game producer. My role models are Shigeru Miyamoto, Penn Ward, Walt Disney, and Satoshi Tajiri. I constantly come up with new ideas for characters, stories, and franchises. Alright, so now we've got that out of the way, let's begin with the prologue. So, this is the prologue. Sammy, Haley, and Morgan were vacationing in Maui of Hawaii, which is an actual island, during the July of 2014. So technically, this story hasn't happened yet, but of course it's fictional. Anyways, Sammy and Morgan are brother and sister, and Haley is their cousin, which some of you already know. The three are the best of friends. While Sammy, Morgan, and Haley's parents, Sammy and Morgan, and their younger brother / cousin stayed at the Sunny Mango Hotel, Sammy, Morgan, and Haley ventured out to a nearby tropical rainforest to see what adventures awaited them in Maui, Hawaii. What they didn't know is that that would be the cause of all their troubles. While walking along the trail, Haley was feeling timid, and Sammy knew it too. There's nothing to be afraid of, Haley, besides tarantulas, snakes, poisonous frogs, wild apes, Sammy teased before Morgan interrupted. Knock it off, Sammy. I should have stayed at home to practice gymnastics, Haley moaned. The team followed the trail, and suddenly Sammy halted in his tracks. Why, that's a strange-looking mantis. I think I'll name him Timothy, Sammy said while swooping up his newly adopted mantis, Timothy. Oddly, Timothy had 3 antennas, the center one being red with a heart-shaped point at the end. Sammy, why are you blabbering about a mantis when we just discovered a volcano? Morgan pointed out. Honestly, it's probably on the map, you fool, Sammy remarked. It's not, though, Morgan claimed. Then, out of nowhere, the volcano pointed towards the trio and vacuumed them all up. All 3 of them screamed while hurling towards their apparent doom. Who do you choose to follow? Alright, so I have included annotations which will lead you to either Chapter 1, Chapter 2, or Chapter 3. Like I said, this is a choose your own adventure book, so you can choose which path you want to follow, or you can follow all 3 paths if you want. It doesn't matter. And in each of those videos, there will be annotations leading to the final chapter, as in the final battle. And let's see. And I will also include links to those videos in the description. Alright, guys? Well, I hope you enjoy the next chapters. And I almost forgot, as a little bonus, I'll also read the back of the book. There's just a little description of the book. Alright, a wild adventure is erupting. Alright. Sammy, Haley, and Morgan were just normal kids until strange things started happening. The trio was vacationing in Maui, Hawaii, and were going on an excursion through a tropical rainforest. Then, they met an odd-looking mantis and were literally vacuumed into a volcano. Prepare for an exciting adventure full of time travel, death traps, killer robots, life or death quizzes, lava monkeys, rising lava, and more. Along the way, Sammy will encounter one of the most dangerous enemies he's ever faced. Himself? Also, best of all, you can choose who to follow. Sammy, Morgan, or Haley. It's no volcano. It's the Killer Volcano. This book is part 1 of a brand new fantastic series. Copyright 2014, Creative Harbors Inc. Anyways, make sure to watch the next parts.